Well, let us begin then, shall we? I mean, in for a pleasant night of fun and such. Okay. So, we'll have our little opening scene here. We'll get back underway. Night is long since settled over the desert city of Pele. The heat of the day has vanished, now replaced with a cool blanket of air restlessly winding its way through the city streets. It dances past two lovers in a deep embrace and is kissed by the flames of passion in turn. It winds around an elderly couple walking hand in hand, then slows as it passes by a huddled group of ne'er-do-wells speaking in whispers. It then approaches an open window in a large abode. With all the force it can muster, it streams ahead to find a cozy place to rest for a while. The window closes tight at the last moment, and the wind rattles the frame as it's spread in all different directions back into the night. Sterling Sam latches the window behind her and answers the knock at the door. This will be the first time she's met the skilled rogue, Rhea Davenstar, at least while not in disguise, she thinks to herself. She opens the door and introduces herself, her true self, to her neighbor. It seems to Sam that each time she's met young Rhea, she'd grown another foot taller at least. It seems that she finally aged into the mature woman she was born as. Tonight, the light of the first moon, Ashimir, softly illuminates the room, and we join and watch alongside Ashimir with her celestial view as these events unfold, events that may very well impact the world one day. For it is our duty and delight to bear witness here tonight. Take it away.
Are we getting married?
Nice.
Can I use that for my wedding, please?
Damn.
I didn't know
And
we
my
got that
bell
far.
renewals.
Sextuple.
Okay. I don't know how I'm going to follow up that lovely intro. I walked in, and she was there, huh?
Mm-hmm. She introduced herself. I believe you've been looking for me.
I have. Could I ask why you used the window of my friend's room and not the front door? You know, I would have invited you in. I have been looking for you.
In my line of work, I simply can't be seen taking obvious... what's the word? Ingress and egress.
Sure. Well, shall we, since this isn't our space, shall we go perhaps to my room or one of the common areas so we can have a conversation, chat a little bit?
Yes, I do wish to speak with you first, and then with everyone in your party, if you wish it.
We'll see. I mean, not everyone's here at the moment, but we'll see. Why don't I take you down? We'll have a nice drink and get to know one another.
Lovely.
I will lead my room instead
Okay.
of one of the main rooms.
All right, you step out in the hallway that has a larger window at the end of it where more of the moonlight's pouring in, and you can see, you hear the clank of Sterling Sam's boots. She's dressed akin to, not quite at Buccaneer level, but she does have the long black trench coat, leather with a bunch of silver embroidery, and actual silver worked into the leather. A pair of like Buccaneer boots. You can see the graceful sweep of a rapier at her side, and as she steps out into the hallway, she brushes her one side of her long jacket back, and you can see it almost like a gun holster, except it has a number of daggers down each side, tucked in, snapped in securely. Brushes her long silver hair back and follows you to where you lead.
All right. I will bring her to the room and shut the door, give her, a spot to sit. Would you like a glass of wine or something stronger? Brought a few things from
Nothing to drink just yet. I'm sure you understand. I wish to get to know you a little better in person and your purpose and needs.
Sure. Well, why don't we start with who can I thank for creating this introduction?
Well, my name is Sterling Sam.
How did you find out that I was looking for you?
Information is my business. I am, she's just going to make a quick check of the room, an information broker. And you, my dear, I've known about for a while, as I do pay my dues to your family.
Of course, but there's nothing wrong. I don't want you to be concerned, just thought that as I'm moving up in the family and going to take care of the shop at some point, that we should finally make an acquaintance. I hope I didn't bother you or take you off your own course, make you come all the way out here to Pele.
No. There are some urgent matters in a distant place, but you I've kept my eye on. You have some remarkable skill as a rogue, and has not gone unnoticed. I figured if you were looking for you, I would make myself known. However, as one rogue to another, and I do believe I can trust you, or I would not have revealed myself, but I would ask that you keep my name, my identity, at least in association with my estate, a secret, save for those you travel with, but only those you trust. Information is power, as you no doubt know.
Of course. That's a simple favor.
Nothing.
Consider it nothing. What should I, is there a certain way you want me to address you when we're with others? Or just hide the connection between you and the estate?
Yes. Okay. Simply call me Sam. It's fine, and as long as it's such a lovely location, and I truly would hate to have to abandon it.
It is the best in Vassarel, isn't it?
Indeed.
So, why don't you tell me why you were so interested to start?
Well, there's some matters at hand that in the coming days will need attention, and I have sort of a gift for finding those that are a cut above the rest, you might say. And the opportunity to meet you in person and perhaps test your mettle a bit, see if you truly are quite as capable as you seem to be. I couldn't pass it up.
It's funny you chose Pele to do that, since that's the essence of the city. I'm feeling quite tested.
Yes, I do have a residence here as well, in the Prime Ring, but business often takes me far away. But I do keep many ears on the ground and near any of my estates, and hearing that the son and daughter of the Davenstar family were seeking me out, I thought now was an opportune time to make myself known to you.
Of course.
But what is it you seek of me?
I'm sure your time is quite valuable, so I'll be perfectly blunt. I've made some friends along the way, and I've heard some unfortunate stories of your involvement with some things in the Shadowfell, and so I just wanted to find out information. As you say, information is power, and know a little bit more about what is exactly going on in our backyard, and does it even concern me?
I see. Well, what is it you have heard of me in regards to Shadowgate?
Oh, please. I'm trying to find it in my notes.
No problem.
Sorry.
No.
What was all that stuff that Malagans told me? Randy, help. I can't find it.
What were you looking for? Sorry.
All the notes about the the drow.
Oh god, I know
involvement
everything
in
about it off the
Shadowgate?
top of my head. What?
Okay, great. What did you tell Rhea again? Remind me. Why were we looking for her?
Yeah, well, I don't know that you're looking for her. I was looking for someone else.
Who are you looking for?
I am looking for this big jerk named.
I'm like, I know it's in my
Somewhere
notes.
In my notes. I will find it. I even know what part of the
Please.
page is
Sorry,
as soon
guys.
as I get it. Aha,
Vamp.
Raz
Vamp.
Shal.
Roz.
That's Razchal. Takes orders from Bardock.
That's
Involved with something called the Program
Roz.
in Shadowgate.
Shall. And the program. Okay. Rewriting them so I can find it. Okay. And scene. Okay. What do you know about an individual named Raj Shao?
I may know something of him. You see her mulling something over in her mind. She looks over at you. Let's have that wine, yes?
Absolutely.
And sits back,
I will.
folds one leg over the other in a whatever comfy chair is around.
Okay. I will pour us both a generous glass.
Nice.
I will not take my eyes off of her, though.
Okay. Here's to sharing information and sharing success. Cheers. She drinks. Yes, well, from what I understand, this particular individual is in charge of some rather sickening work in Shadowgate. Head of some sort of project or experiment. A bit difficult to get information there when half the city can read your mind. But I have gathered some basic information through agents with sending stones and the like. However, most went missing. I do hate wasting lives. I don't know that I have the in-depth knowledge you might be looking for. Is there something specific about him that you would like to know?
You know, Sam, why don't I keep it on the table? Can I perhaps ask you later, since I know you have that connection?
I don't see why not.
I just wanted to meet you and wanted to see if you knew of anything, and if you did, then I knew that it was available, so perhaps I'll ask it another time when I have a little bit more. Unless you know, I guess I know about the program, but if there's anything in particular you know about the program, that would be helpful.
What I do know is that this foul creature still lives. There was an attack, which I understand some of your compatriots escaped. The city still stands, though wounded. the hive mind lives. Though nearly a third of the illithid were culled in the attack. Destruction in the city. I do know that the program continues.
Thank you.
Yes. Now, since we're sharing information, I must ask. How are you and your friends able to escape from the ability of scrying?
Oh, well, our group is quite the group of magic users, and through a combined effort, and we were able to procure the abilities to do so. Simply asked, I believe.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
Does my trinket help me in this situation?
Ooh, let me quickly double check because that's a great question. All right. Not in this particular case. Yep, because she won't be. Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I have a plus 11. It's not going to be awful, but I just want to make sure.
Oh.
Okay, so it's a 17, so it's 28.
All right, I'm just going to send you a quick message.
Oh gosh.
Just because I'd like that to go through. All right, let me know if and when that comes through for here.
You're waiting.
Okay.
Waiting.
Let me check and make sure I send it to you and not someone else. Yeah, okay. It's actually just a picture.
Okay. In text? Oh,
Yeah.
There it is. There it is. Shit. Okay.
I understand being reticent to share information. There are not many I call true friends, and certainly fewer still that I would share forthright, completely truthful information. But nothing I can say can change that, I'm sure. Only actions. But I do wish to let you know I am adept at reading people.
I would be afraid if you weren't.
Perhaps at some point you'll feel so inclined as to share that information, but it's not a pressing matter. Rhea.
It isn't just my information to share, so you have to understand that.
I can respect that. Rhea, the two of us share more than you might be aware of. In information gathering, I'm in a very similar line of work to you. Seeking out the unknowns, procuring dangerous and hidden things for people. Truly, you have so much potential. Have you ever considered working on a grander scale?
A grander scale than the family business, the ability to serve our goddess? I'm not sure how much more grand you want me to be.
Well, to affect more than those simply in your estate or in your town. To bring more wealth and recognition to your family on more of a global scale.
I'd say I'd probably have to have more information before I could make that sort of decision.
She finishes up that glass of wine. Another then? She sets it down to...
Absolutely. I brought quite a few with me. You never know what you're going to find on the road.
Neat. She starts sipping on the next one after you pour. Actually, can you roll a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, gosh. No.
Gonna have her do this. Huh?
I'm terrible at these.
She's not that great at it.
Oh, even worse. Hold on. Oh, I rolled a 4, so it's a 3.
Okay. So you're just getting buzzed, a little bit lightheaded,
Okay.
a little bit buzzed. And she kind of appears to be around the same level. Yes, well. You see you're still considering something, carefully deciding what to say. If you could have any other information right now, Rhea, what would it be?
Oh, well. Are you speaking in terms of this particular assignment that you're wanting to put me on?
Anything. Something to help your family, something to help your friends, something to help you personally. Information that could give you an edge. I want to show you the worth, the value of part of what I may be offering you.
How about this? Tell me what you know about the mask in this city.
The mask, yes. A bit of a nuisance. I know that there is a full-on ardent of the mask here. Recruiting children, is my understanding. Converting some of them to other Aasimar. The mask is sometimes a boon, but most often a bane. I do not like the way that her devotees operate.
Do you know any specifics? Do you know the name of the particular leader of this particular clan?
Oh, well. Excuse me. I'm quickly checking. Of course, I think that I wiped that out in this particular thing. So let me quickly.
That's okay. I had a note break.
Yeah. No, it's in a different document. Okay. Come on, page, you can load. Alright. Here we are, and it was... yes, I believe the agent's name, the Ardent's name was Toril. An Aasimar to mask. Oh, sure, Toril.
Thank you.
Yes. Currently has 3 children that have taken on the Aasimar abilities to serve the mask. I believe he will send them elsewhere to be trained. He simply recruits here.
Well, we'll see about that. I appreciate it.
Certainly.
How about you tell me quickly then?
Yes.
what exactly it is that you're looking for me to do. No details, just
Not so much in the immediate future, but the near future. Events will unfold that will require individuals of great potential, such as yourself.
and how will I know these events are unfolding then?
You may be unaware, unless till it is too late. However, I would be happy to inform you as things unfold, should you choose at some point to take on the tasks that I offer. I'd like to I'd like to be poetic and say it is simply for the greater good, as it is partially for the greater good, but it's also very rife with opportunity for those of us who know how to take advantage of opportunity.
I am always looking for a wise investment, so.
Tell me, how far have you traveled? Have you left Vossarel yet?
I have not. You know, my family's required me to be here. I've traveled among Vossarel, but
She opens up her left side of her trench coat and pulls out a scroll and opens it up before you and unrolls it. And it's a map of this quadrant of the globe, which there aren't too many maps. Travel on the seas here is really dangerous, and in Astral Lenore, it's sort of broken up into four, well, of course, quadrants. Two on the southern hemisphere, two in the northern hemisphere. For instance, Stormfall is on the exact opposite of where you all are. And traveling between those is sort of bewitched in a manner that travel is nearly impossible, especially by ship. There are whirlpools, there are terrible storms, there are creatures, there's all sorts of stuff. And even here, traveling between continents can be difficult. But there are some rough maps, but it is difficult to come by something that's accurate. And so she extends this out. There are many things, opportunities, across the continents near you. Take this map. I've made some notes on locations of import and some events currently taking place in them, and mull it over. Take in the information, and perhaps if we speak again, I can ask if you would wish to travel to one of these locations, take advantage of the opportunity, and in return, I not only pay well, of course, but I can give something that few others can, and that is the most secret of information. My networks are vast. They have been running for centuries. I have entire family lines that one member or another has been in my service. I am information. And I would like to share some of this with you in hopes of preparing you for greater things to come.
well, I'd say that's mighty kind, but you do live in Ikram, and that's kind of the way of our culture. So I appreciate it.
Well,
Good to know.
shall we invite your friends in that are here? Perhaps wish to meet them all. And I imagine it's easier to start trusting someone once you've met them. And
Sure.
if you wish.
Are we talking about this little journey, or is there something else that you want to talk about?
Well, as I've offered with you, would like to see if any of them have any information they seek that perhaps I am privy to. And while I am more familiar with your potential and your works, I've only just acquired information on your compatriots, and thus would like to see how they work for a little while longer.
That's fair. Just wanted to make sure everything was on the up and up.
Yes, of course.
Why don't we settle in the common room and I'll get my friends. And Sam, do me a favor next time. I understand not using the front door, but try and sneak into my room. My friends won't be as obliging if they're there when you try and get into theirs.
I see. And you see her sort of reach into her pocket, and she's looking at you, but you hear a little her pencil writing on paper. Yes, of course.
Got it.
I'll bring the wine. And she goes and brings
Great
a few bottles.
All right. So I will show her to our common sitting area, and then I will fetch my friends.
Okay. She gathers everyone else that's in the building. Unless you all role play that out. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump on that.
Oh, no, not. I'll just.
Okay.
I mean, unless anyone has anything to you're gonna ask what's going on, but.
Well, I do have a question because I've been in wolf form this entire 3 hours.
Nice.
So is it falling within this time frame? Because I would love to come out as wolf.
Let's see.
But I
Ran
don't know
out, and then y'all came back. So yeah, I'd say so. Near the end of that.
Okay, cool.
Daxel, I know you can't say anything, but we have an acquaintance that wants to meet all of us and chat. Do you mind?
I do a low growl.
I know it's late. I promise we can sleep in the morning.
Yes. I'm glaring and following her out.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right.
But first, I'm going to kind of walk up and sit down, hit her.
Oh, okay. I'll give her scooches.
Thanks.
Nice. Little foot.
Okay, now I'm more
scooches.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So as you all head out to the common room, there's a coffee table set up with 3 bottles of wine on it and some glasses, and you see Sterling Sam as described, sitting there, one leg over the other, lean back in a high back chair, wing back chair. Pleasure to meet you all. Lovely
I immediately
wine.
go to the corner
Okay.
and just sit and stare.
She kind of watches as you. My name is Sam, Sterling Sam. I believe I was being sought out and took the time to stop in and see what I could do.
Are you an associate of Rhea's?
She's just gonna give the room an extra scan. Oh snap! With the 20s. An acquaintance.
Can inside check.
Yeah, go for it.
I got a natural 19.
Woo!
And then let's see. Where is it? +4, so 23.
Okay. As she says it, she has just a little bit of a smirk where, she is playing it down perhaps just a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to side glance at Rhea, but I'm not going to say anything.
Quick question. So Demalagus just walked into a room with, as I recall, a female drow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. As soon as he sees her, he's going to stop, pull out his arcane focus, aim it directly at her,
Mm-hmm.
and stare at her intently, activating his true sight.
Oh, okay. Nice.
If anyone's looking at him, he looks probably for maybe the first time you've ever seen extremely angry, also a little afraid, and like he's feeling real froggy.
Oh.
He's like that the first time he meets any woman.
Demalagus, it's going to be okay. Please, she's a guest.
Who is this? And I don't recognize her, right? Dan. Because that's going to change the tone of this.
You know what? I hadn't considered that, but it's such a juicy question. Give me a second here. Let's see. Oh my gosh.
Narrator,
Okay.
and this was when things went off the rails.
Nice. All right. Demalagus. My phone's charged enough to get this name. Oh no, I don't have to because I'm awesome and I took notes from your notes.
Good job.
So I will just open that up. All right. So Demalagus, yeah, give me one quick sec if you would to find the name I'm looking for. And I think I put it in here. Demalagus.
Victoria, is that a mango drink you're drinking?
Oh, no, it's a Hefeweizen grapefruit beer.
Oh, it looked like one of the oh god, what are they? Randy, what are they called? The
Oh, those mango juice things are super good. And they're like 77 cents all the time. I love them.
Nice.
Arizona makes them.
Oh, the Arizona tea company. Yes. No,
That's what I saw the yellow and I'm like,
no. This is my it's hot outside beer. Yeah.
Nice.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna say, Demalagus, if you would roll a history check, and that's just gonna help me decide something.
Okay. Here we go. What is my history skill? I wonder if I'm trained in that. Oh, that's right, I am.
Woo!
money,
And
no
that
whammies.
skill just went up. 16.
So, Clara, being a little different than other humans, being not like drow at all, once, while intoxicated and while particularly not what's the word I want to use? It's happy adjacent. On a high of love, not love, but like yeah.
Afterglow. I got
Yeah.
Infatuation.
Yeah. Only once mentioned her, the person that trained her, as a drow unlike any other. One that she mentioned the name Sam. She mentioned that she didn't live by standard. And I don't know how much, if you want me to write any of this, I'm trying to think of a way to say things without giving too much away. But basically, as you know, that's where Clara got her disdain for drow.
Okay.
Because Sam also has sort of like a not cool with the way things go down there.
Okay.
If that makes sense, is that vague enough
So
but specific?
do
enough?
I know? Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay.
So do I know enough to recognize her at this point?
She did say her name, Sterling Sam. You might not. I think that I would let you, figure that out with how you're feeling with Demalagus right now. If you would surmise that maybe this is that same person, but there's nothing definitive to be like that's her. But she
Okay.
is sort of in the a more advanced line of work than Clara, and it may be. she's making sure not to make any sudden movements, but she just very slowly drinks the wine. She's just watching you and Rhea talk back and forth.
He'll lower his arcane focus, and he's just gonna watch her for a while.
I promise that if I thought she was dangerous, she wouldn't be in this living room.
All right, well,
But immediately dangerous.
It's all right. I know the ways of Drow society. I don't blame you, but to hear it from my own lips, I offer no threat to any of you today.
well, I guess
Insight
he'll stand
check.
up. Yeah, there you go. Do that first.
Okay.
I would definitely like to do an insight check on that.
I picture
God, so
that looks
stupid.
like as a wolf is.
That would be a 21.
Wow, nice. Everyone's super insightful tonight. I love it. Yeah, she's being genuine. She seems here for parley, to exchange, not for anything nefarious.
Okay, so if I'm getting that feeling, I'm going to step away from the corner, still in wolf form. I'm going to slowly trot up and then sniffer. Sniff the boots. Like, I'm still not okay with this.
She pours a glass of wine and holds it near your snout.
I do not take it.
Places it back down on the table.
But I do look at like Rhea, be like, "Where's my wine?"
That was it.
But please, I know first introductions, especially someone arriving in the middle of the night, certainly can make one wary. But let's sit and talk. I wish to know each of you a little bit better, and wish you to know me better as well.
Don't everyone talk at once.
All right, I'll bite. Where are you from?
Oh, it's been so long, I've nearly forgotten. But let's say that I have a few places that I hold residence. I might be what you'd consider worldly. I do have a residence here in the Prime Ring. That would be the closest.
Okay.
I am an information broker by trade. I have some renown in certain circles. I've seen much and known much and done much, but today I'm here to make acquaintance and hopefully build some trust. She kind of looks back at you, Zell. So please, yes. Do you have any other questions for me?
I pop out of my wolf form, so I can talk.
Nice.
Do you I'm sorry. Do you pop out and go like this immediately?
That's awesome.
please.
Yes.
Like
Okay.
you just pop out and you're
Oh.
on the ground, kind of going like this on your.
Laying on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
She's making that face, and I'm like,
There's now a fireplace here. That's in.
Oh my god, yes. Please let that be canon. Okay. I'm going to stand up. Am I taller than her? I think I'm taller
Yes.
than her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, because she's a drow. Let's see. So, information broker, what does that mean?
I procure information. Most often, information does not want to be pried from And,
She spies on people.
Oh,
and I sell the information. Sometimes I'm simply a good Samaritan, and I give the information to those that will see it put to good use. Other times, I'm simply there for the opportunity.
yeah. Okay. So, info lady.
Yes.
What do you know
Hmm.
about McGregor and Revis?
Hmm.
You're from this area.
Yes. Yeah. Pompous assholes, the two of them. Ronan McGregor and Bray Revis of McGregor and Revis Enterprises. A very shady organization. Most certainly a front for their activities. I do believe they've run almost a cult of sorts.
What do you mean?
They seek something. It's just been a bit below my radar as far as things of import. There's quite a bit going on in the world today, but I do know that they seek relics of some sort. They believe it will guide them to some goal of theirs, treasure, riches, power, something. But they have what I consider fanatics. And, they pay well and promise shares of whatever this grand reward is, too. They gobble it up.
So when you mean cult, like, if I were to go see them, like, how big are we talking? And can I join them?
Oh, well. They do have a bit of a vetting process and some indoctrination they employ. So perhaps. I wouldn't say a cult as they normally stand. They do not wear robes and worship things. It's more of a cult of greed. Promises they make of the riches and the fanatic way that the those beneath them serve in order to reach that end. I don't know. She's just going to do a quick check on them. Okay. Right.
Would Rhea have heard of them before?
Let's see.
They're looking for shit.
I think that they know, but it's such a niche of what they're looking for. Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to check. Okay.
Mm. Is there? Do you know what they seek? I'm sorry, I didn't catch. May I ask your name? She looks at Zaxel.
I'm Remy.
Remy.
I'm going to stick my clawed hand out her way.
Okay. She does. So, in lizard folk culture, there is a particular way where you would greet another person. It's almost like a handshake, but it's a little bit different. And she does that. She grabs you sort of over the hand and over across the thumb, and sort of an awkward. It'd be awkward to others, but to you, it brings back a little nostalgia of regular greetings.
I immediately pull my hand back.
Okay.
Like, I'm really just taken aback by how did you know?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Remy.
Likewise.
She.
And I'm gonna go get some wine because Axel needs a drink. I've only heard their names on my travels, and they just sound like a really interesting group of individuals, and I'm looking to learn more. And since you're this information broker, maybe you can find out more for me.
I would consider doing this, certainly. But I have to warn you, they are a backstabbing duo. If you were to go there, please watch your back. The moment you are not useful, or the moment that you get too close to their secrets, they will have no problem ridding the world of you.
I can take care of myself, but thank you for your concern.
Certainly. Do sit down. She waves over to Zelkari and Demalagus. Not that you have to, but I would love your company. She kind of pulls off her trench coat, stands up, pulls off her trench coat, hangs it on the back of the chair, and takes off. You see like these 8 different blades in this holster. She takes that off, hangs it on the back of the chair, sets her rapier down against the wall, takes out her boot knives and puts them on the table, and just takes a handful of other goodies out and sets them down, in case this makes you feel more at ease. All out of my immediate reach. She sits back down, crosses one leg over the other again, and picks up her wine glass.
Do you have any poisons in there?
Do I have any poisons? Oh dear. Please tell me that you are a poison enthusiast. And she leans forward with like this glow in her eyes, like,
Why, yes, I'm a collector of sorts.
And she takes a pouch off that's on her side and opens it up, and there's a few vials in there, and she takes one out that looks like super crystal clear Arctic water that has this mist sort of coalescing along the top. Please take this carefully. I wouldn't want to ruin the surprise, but if there's someone that you particularly dislike, please consider using this, coating a blade, or if they can imbibe it, if you can. I don't know what your preference is on administering poison, but I do believe you'll thoroughly enjoy the effect.
You're giving this to me?
I am giving this to you. Even if I didn't want to build trust, I do love budding poison enthusiasts.
And what's the name of this poison called?
I've
never seen something like this.
Tell me once you've used it, and I will give you not only the name, but the recipe. But it cannot ruin the surprise. Oh, it is so wonderful.
Interesting. Thank you, dear.
Oh, absolutely. Please, she looks over at Demalagus and Zelkari. There must be some information that I have that I can offer you to...
So, Zel's gonna sit down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Demalagus actually first. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Let's go ahead.
I was going to look at Zelkari and pull out a chair for her.
Oh,
She's a gentleman.
nice. There's a chair up.
Or was my chair pull out?
You were already on the ground.
I stood up.
Sterling Sam pulls the chair over. There you are, Remy.
Thank you. Thank you, dear.
Of course.
Zel's gonna sit down, and she's gonna idly be like flicking one of her daggers, just kind of like I'm doing with like my pen, just kind of flicking around.
Nice.
Not threateningly, but just kind of has like a very like idly kind of moving her hand.
Oh.
She's gonna look at Rhea briefly, and then she's gonna look back at Sam and say, do you know the continent Gnarlboggin at all?
You're asking Rhea?
No, I'm asking
Oh, okay,
Sam.
gotcha. Yes. Yes. Lovely
And
place, heavily wooded.
Well, do you know of a kingdom called Vestra?
Yes, I do believe that's on the western coast. I believe I've traveled through there before.
The specific person I've been seeking.
Hmm.
His name is Sikorm. Don't know if you've run across anyone by that name.
She reaches back, holding her hands up first. I'm going to grab my notes. She reaches into the inner pocket hanging on the coat behind her, takes it out and kind of flips through. It's like a small journal. She flip. No, but she kind of dabs a little ink thing on. I guess she'd use something more along the lines of charcoal for this. What was the name again? I can certainly look into this.
Sakorum, Sakorm.
Yes.
He is a tiefling, kind of burly.
All right.
Jet black hair.
Okay.
He also has very deep violet eyes.
Oh. Do you know, is he a tradesperson?
Once upon a time, yeah. Did a lot of town hopping. Not on trade though.
I see. That'll actually make this a little easier. All right. And do you know the last time that he was seen and where that was? Was it you were aware of?
I would say, I would just give off a random name.
Okay. All right. Well, I do not, sadly, but I feel like this is information I could gather moderately quickly. If they're still alive. And if not, I can at least report their death. Are you just seeking information, or are you looking for...
Seeking to see if they are still alive and where in the world they may be.
Very well. This I can do. She fills up her glass of wine again and then starts filling up Remy's a little bit. And you, sorry, may I ask your name? As she looks at Demalagus.
I am Demalagus.
A fine name. May I ask what house you hail from?
None. Although I'm most closely associated with the Archangine of Shadowgate.
Ah, yes. You must have had and she looking at you, of course, can tell, your lineage. You must have quite a bit of potential indeed to be called in and survived the training, as they don't look kindly to. Well,
no, they do not. I was actually raised there. Are you familiar with the organization?
Yes, I've had some dealings through some of my underlings. Certainly a valuable resource for information and study.
Yes, absolutely. It's my specialty. It's possible you may have heard of one of the most elder members of the organization, Yazia, who was my mentor.
Yes. A hard man, but a little bit soft on the inside. Little bit. Very little bit.
I'd agree with the first part. Unfortunately, he's passed on. He was injured in the attack on the city and succumbed to his wound shortly thereafter.
Oh, truly a loss for the academic world.
Yes, absolutely.
So you are free then? Not bound by a house?
No, I've never known my lineage at all, although I do now have a name, at least for one of my parents, but not the other.
Huh?
And although I'm not particularly interested in those details, it's more about what I do from now on that matters the most.
Oh, a wonderful mentality. So, Demalagus.
Oh, by the way, he's lying, so if anyone...
Nice. Yeah, while you're...
Side check.
Ask. Yeah, I was going to wait to ask.
Go ahead and make a deception check.
I'll roll a thing where I do a thing that was a lie. Really, anybody that knows about Demalagus would know that that's a bald-faced lie.
Not a great roll. Hold on. Insight.
Oh, man, you guys are never going to beat this.
Dirty
Watch.
20.
Good luck.
21.
Nice.
Wait, the goal in D&D is to roll low, right? Because I rolled a 1, so I got a 3.
I was gonna say I got a 23, so I got another 19.
Oh, thank you,
The
Miss.
dice is rolling good tonight.
That's awesome. Yeah, so yeah, I think everyone kind of sees through that. However, as has been her theme today, she simply doesn't address anything. She sees it, but continues on.
Do you have any news of the Arkham or Shadowgate? I haven't heard anything since the attack.
Yes, I do. Perhaps a third of the Illithid were culled in the attack. The hive mind, the Elder Brain, survived, though it did take some damage and is recovering.
It's a shame.
Head priest survived. The leader of the, as your compatriot was inquiring, the leader of the, whatever the experimentation is, the current experimentation there, has survived.
Vardok.
The drow
Yes.
beneath him.
Roshal?
And she, yes. Snake, that one.
You know Roshal? Or know of him?
I know of him, yes. No report I've just come across my hands with his name, and I've just been shed in any positive light.
I'm looking for him.
Ah. Well, that I imagine I can help with. Yes. If you wish my assistance, that is. Nothing.
Perhaps.
Yes. I won't ask for anything in return, of course. This is... For today, I'm simply looking to build some trust, get to know one another.
Was the Arkham entirely destroyed? Does it stand?
It stands, but it is in shambles. Much of the leadership wiped out. Required for the defense of the Elder Brain. They were a bit of an easier target than these swarms of Illithid.
It's unfortunate.
Yes, so much research done there on the very edge of the Shadow Realm. But I assume, as they always have, they will rebuild what is necessary. Probably more wretched than the previous iteration.
I imagine. Especially with Yazir gone.
Yes.
They'll be hard-pressed to rise to their former glory at this point, but
Indeed.
it'll be hard to tell. So, do we know anything about the attackers? Why? What happened? All I know is the city was in flames. I was on Arkham business and all hell broke loose. And we barely escaped.
Yes.
That's why I'm on the surface.
Oh, I see. Tell me, do you wish to return?
Not at the moment. At least not without certain preparations made.
Understandable. Yes. Now I, myself, am a bit of a neutral cast. I certainly don't like seeing innocent people slaughtered. But I'm not above some murder when it's warranted. I'm not above taking what my skills allow me to take. But again, not if it takes away from an orphanage full of children. However, I also don't make it my business to go out and seek to do good on the rare occasion where I encounter a person or group of people that, well, you know how it can. Maybe you don't. Should you find yourself around a group of good people, sometimes one's heart can be swayed a bit. As long as there's an opportunity to be had there as well, of course. But it is my understanding that there was a group of do-gooders, as it were, that found the Elder Brain and the Illithid to be a blight upon Astralanor. and took it upon themselves to cleanse Shadowgate of this. They did not expect most of the city to rebel or fight against them, however. They found themselves overwhelmed in the end, unable to finish the job. I find that those that seek to do good for good's sake often don't have the forethought to research matters first. They tend to barge in first and ask questions later, citing the need to do good before it's too late and other abstract notions like that.
So if you were to go get information for us, you're going to charge us?
I will be completely honest with you here. There are large-scale matters at hand that will affect all of us, whether we wish them to or not, in the somewhat near future. I am aware of Rhea's potential and her skill, and it is my understanding that you that travel with her have similar potential, and I wish to have my hand in creating and assigning those with potential to fight against the tide, and perhaps make some money while they're at it, make some renown. There's always so much to be gained when large-scale clashes like this are at hand. Also, saving one's backside is a nice perk. I wish to give you information now for free, yes, in the hopes that in the future we can be allies of sorts, where perhaps we can exchange information for information or skills in exchange for deeds done. Nothing. I'm all about the deal and being forthright, so I would not hold you to a task that I did not give a clear understanding of what it is beforehand. I would not say, I'll do this for you and then you must do something for me. I will let you know what that is before I expected you to take the task on.
Do have a question.
Yes. She pushes the wine bottle over to you.
Oh, good. I'm just gonna drink the whole glass while I formulate this question.
Good. Nice.
I forgot the town that I was going to ask about.
Oh.
Someone else can ask a question. I'll come back. So I'm still drinking.
Okay. Rhea, do you have anything you'd like to add or ask? Oh, right. Aries here, too, right?
Yeah, Aries here too.
Okay.
I think I'll save my question for another time.
Understood. Oh, gosh, what would Ari ask?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
For real.
Don't know.
Woodchuck.
Andy, I was
How
about
do
to
I
say
get rid of these fucking voices?
Nice. Yeah. Ari leans in.
fucking muted.
Oh no, that's awesome. I have a question. What is me time? And Sterling Sam kind of looks about and sees, a shade of embarrassment here, this and that. She leans over, and you just see her sort of whisper in Aries' ear, "Oh gosh, how would Ari?" No, like a few seconds. Oh no, never mind. That's enough. Okay, I get it. She kind of gives everyone else like a look, like.
Wait, is everybody having sex in this group? Yes.
Either with somebody or with themselves.
Nice. Oh, you know what? She should do that. Oh, right, because she can do that. All right, so she's going to, through Aries' embarrassment, or I don't know if she'd have any. She doesn't really, I guess she might not be embarrassed. She might be like, Sterling Sam is going to set her wine glass down and just ask, I have to say, you're so very interesting. May I ask your name? Would you give her a real name? Probably not. Sandy? She's like, Sandy, of course. Just to roll for that. Oh, yeah. Well, there's a bit of a duality to you, yes? Something within that's just very powerful, very strange, very foreign. And Ari gets a little solemn. Jeez, I should have. I didn't anticipate this. I wish I could ask. I'm not going to role play it out too much yet. I'm going to leave it at that. Ari will be like, I'll be back. Hold on. And she just kind of walks out of the room for now and goes in around the corner down the hallway to listen, but otherwise stay back. And she kind of rolls her eyes back across, pausing slightly at Demalagus as they almost like a double take, and then continues to scan the room. And Thaxel, my dear, not Thaxel, Remy, do you still have a question for me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're still looking for the thing? Sorry.
No. I have it, but I want to. Let's see. She's just going to hold out her wine glass because she's already chugged it, indicating some more.
He fills it up.
And then I'm going to do this. Lean over to Rhea and stage whisper. How much can I trust this person?
Give her as much information as she needs to answer your question, and go from there.
Okay. And then I sit back up with my hands again in whatever position this is. I'll wait till we have some one-on-one time.
Certainly. We can, once we're done here, I'd be happy to step aside. I'm not in town very long. I had some minor business to attend to, and wanted to make sure I introduce myself while here. However, I will have some time, of course, tonight, and I will likely leave you the means to communicate with me in the future, since I'm often traveling.
Oh, you have sending stones to give?
You're familiar then, yes.
Yes, I am. Yes, I have a collection of those as well.
Lovely. In that case, does anyone else have any questions for me? Anything that I can answer?
Will you want to meet our last friend at some point?
Yes. It is. I am saddened that she is not here. Please do let her know I didn't rifle through her room. I do apologize. I wasn't aware that she would be discontent with that. More so than the average person. But I would, yes.
All right. Well, I suppose we can set something up when she gets back.
Very well. Well then,
Sam,
hmm,
you mentioned the program from Shadowgate.
the experiment they're running. Yes. Yes.
Yes. I'm one of the results of that experiment. I'd like to know more.
Ah, that's interesting. Is that how you? And she just pauses to see, like, if you'll infer anything from that.
Almost certainly.
Interesting. Well,
I knew Yazir had pull, but it would take a bit more to allow a drow of mixed heritage to be raised in the confines of the Archangine, to be allowed to study and even outstrip his peers.
certainly. Oh, I'm so glad to hear you did so.
They didn't like that a bit.
Good. Well, from what I understand, it was a bit of a breeding program. I don't know all of the details, but naturally, seeking power in some way, shape, or form through breeding. I could certainly look into it more.
Sounds like I already know more than you do. But I did have a chance to speak with Yazir after he passed. And he imparted to me quite a bit of information, although I was a bit frustrated. I, as usual, wasn't asking quite the right questions of him, even in death.
Yes.
But that was how he was in life too, so it's no surprise. I've found another product of the program as well, and I've stashed them away somewhat safely. I'm looking to gather information about Rashal, his involvement, his connection to how the program is being funded. I do know that the gold is being moved through Ikram and from Ikram. I have the Davin Stars looking into it for me.
Very interesting.
After all, if a gold piece changes hands in Ikram, I figure they'll be able to find out exactly where it went.
Indeed. Well, I'll see. She looks up to Ray. Whatever assistance I can offer, though I know you won't need it. I'll be happy to offer at least.
Thank you. Does she seem like she knows where that money is going through?
Make an insight check.
Okay. At 28.
You know what? It's pretty hard to beat Sterling Sam, but you've beaten Sterling Sam.
Expertise.
So she, I mean, you've seen this because you have this kind of poker face. You have training in this, and you know when someone is being reserved a bit with their information. Like, you can tell she doesn't want to provide any lies, but she's assessing all of you as you're assessing her and doesn't want to give out more information than she needs to. So she's, trying to sidestep it a bit by saying, "Oh, I see."
Okay.
Takes another sip of wine.
Well,
I'm just going to add, because your roll is a 28, that's pretty ridiculous. You actually have an idea of her mindset on it, more so than that. Offering assistance, and then that assistance discovering where it's going would further present her as, a beneficial option.
okay.
You know what I mean? So not in a bogus way, just, that's the game.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Good to know.
Well, before we part, and if anyone has, aside from Remy, has any individual questions they wish to ask me, I'm certainly welcome to that. I would like to give, she stands up and walks over, pardon me, past Malagus, past Zelkari and Thaxel, and hands Rhea a sending stone. Should you wish to accept it, I have the other. It's pair, and it's twin. It can allow up to 50 words instead of the standard 25. It can be used once a day. And we can share not only information, but I would just ask, and she kind of takes a few steps, not right next to Rhea, but beside her so she can address everyone. Events, world-scale events will be taking place in the near future. Ones that offer up the potential for destruction. I cannot share too much information right now without us having a better understanding of one another. But keep your eyes open and your ears listening well for signs of chaos, destruction, a true and heinous evil working its way through the world, through people, through entire cities. I'm not talking about the workings of slavers and other small-time local issues. I'm speaking of cities and kingdoms. I say this so that you will think of me should you come across this and know that what I'm saying is the truth.
That's fair. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you all for tolerating my presence here today and the intrusion into your night. Congratulations on making it to the third ring of Pele on your first night, I understand. Yes? Remarkable.
Yes. Well, you've seen the first ring, right?
Such as it is, yes.
We were motivated, to say the least.
Yes. Well, I will find my way to an empty bedroom on the second floor. And she describes one of the bedrooms that's empty in the second floor up in a corner. With this, and she picks up a bottle of wine and swirls it around. And should anyone wish to speak with me, please come see me. Remy, if you wish to go first, you're welcome to come up with me.
Sure.
You make a marvelous wolf, I do have to say.
Thank you.
And she heads up. She kind of gives a soft bow to Demalagus, Zelkari, Rhea, and turns with Thaxel. Aerie kind of scurries around a corner to stay out of sight as she leaves, and they head upstairs to the back corner. And I think that's where we'll take our bio break. So when we come back, we can have some Thaxel action. Excuse me. And Dina, let me know if you want. I know that you are, out until the morning, but if you wanted to come home, I think you said early morning. I can overlap this a bit.
Yeah, it would be like sunrise, a little bit after sunrise.
Okay.
All right.
Because he was going to follow her home so he could see where the house was.
Okay.
And then it would probably be after sunrise, but within an hour or so.
Okay. All right, she'll probably stay for that. She'll ask about and see if you have a time you'll be coming home. And so we'll work that in when you come back.
Okay.
All right, we will take our 8 to 10 minute bio break. Pew, 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 and refill some coffee.
Yes, pew, pew, pew.
Pew,
Let's
pew.
go.
Break time. All right, catch you all shortly. Hey, Sword Thief. Ooh, I get to read chat first because I miss all this stuff. Oh, Dasmos, that'd be great. Oh, wow, my things. Oops. Oopsie. Don't it always seem to go? Yeah, that's not the right one, no. That's this one. Don't know what you got. It's gone. Ah, there it is. Farty fart for fart for fart. Hey, Frank. Oh, have a great night, Sword Thief. I'm doing pretty well. Half donut. I got my coffee, back on my coffee kick. Ah, sweet, sweet coffee. How about you? How have you been, Half Donut? Hiccups. Word. Thank you, caffeine. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh.
Dan, I need that.
For reals, huh?
But there was one from last week. Bleeding Rose sounded pretty wicked too. So I need all of them. All the things.
Excellent. All right, Half Donut. Yeah. I hope it changes from chugging through to, I don't know. I'm still hoping life gets a little bit easier at some point. But probably not. No, I'm just kidding. I kind of like things the way they are now. I feel like finally broken through. Yeah. I don't know. It takes a while. Or it did for me anyway. And it's still so far to go. But I feel like a little bit better. Like, I feel like I easily forget what life was like when I was, a new adult. And so sometimes I look around, like, this, I've got, that and the other thing. I'm like, okay, things are better now. Oh, what a pain, man. I'm 25. I wouldn't mind going back to being 25 years old. That's about like when I started some, introspective work, like, oh, maybe I'm not the person I want to be. Let me start working on that. And, let me get my crap together. I mean, I had some things together about work and stuff like that. But, yeah, I think going back to any age before 25 would be terrible. All that doubt and lack of wisdom in the world and everything else. Or rather, thinking I knew, but not knowing. Not so much doubt as, yeah, I've got this. I know what to do.
See, I'd go back to 40.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 38, somewhere in there.
Mhm.
But, yeah, any younger than that, no.
There's so much to still earn and get, the house, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, 40's when the decisions started getting made that changed things that I think I would have started going back and going, I knew better at the time. Sorry, my back itches.
Okay, no problem.
I hate that.
Right?
You can't reach.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding, Frank. Yeah, absolutely. Nice have. Yes. Hmm. Don't tell me that, Half Donut. I don't have the money to go and dump it all on Steam.
I was
But I
informed of
will.
that earlier too.
Yeah.
Like, no. Nope.
No, that is really exciting, Half Donut. I do love when they have their big sales and everything gets marked off so much. I like the $10 ones that are like $1. And, you get to try them out and see if they're any good.
Oh, really? It's going till the 9th? Oh, good. I might be able to swing something then.
Nice.
A friend wants me to start playing Gen Zero with them,
Okay.
and it's $10 off right now on the sale. So
Ooh. Good.
I can't do it now.
Mhm.
I was planning on doing it after the 15th of next month, but I might be able to swing it then if it's going to stay till the 9th.
Nice.
Sorry, this is driving me nuts.
Awesome. What kind of game is Gen Zero?
First person shooter with co-op.
Ooh.
Yeah, basically your teenage kids wandering through the Swedish countryside and being attacked by robots
Oh,
of various
sold.
types and abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks. Go watch the trailer. It's really cool.
Okay. Let's scope that out.
Really.
Sounds awesome.
Yep.
It sounded like a little bit zombie-ish.
It's
but,
not.
Yeah.
Trailer at first seemed it was going that route, but then it
Right.
kind of skewed.
I feel like that description also encapsulates my high school experience.
No doubt.
Randy. Boop. Welcome back. All right, that's everyone.
Well, yeah.
Woo. All right. Oh, yeah, just sweet puppies. All right. He's so cute. So, Remy and Sterling Sam enter a room, booze in tow. Sterling Sam, since they're essentially bedrooms, she's just going to chill, sit down on the side of the bed, and pull up an ottoman that's in there at the foot of the bed, pull it around, and put her feet up. Nightstand, she pulls over, puts the glasses down and the wine. So, Remy, what can I answer for you?
Well, first, where am I sitting?
Oh, where would you like to sit?
She didn't set up a seating arrangement for her. That's a little rude. No, she'll I guess pull whatever chair, something comfy, something with got the little backrest, but there's a hole right there, so she feed her.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Here's a chair just like that. Yeah.
Hey, that's what it is. Pulls another ottoman, kick her feet up. She's gonna pour some wine because obviously she chugged the glass between there and.
Nice. Roll a Constitution saving throw if you would. I'm gonna have Sterling Sam do the same.
Saving. Con save. 14.
Okay. Yeah, you're still maybe approaching a buzz, but not quite there yet.
Cool. Well, Remy was my mother's name. You could call me Vaxhole.
Ah,
Sorry, I wasn't for sure if I actually trusted you yet, so.
good. That's wise.
Uh-huh.
But I'm glad you do now. Enough to share your name.
I mean, if I'm going to be hiring you to dig up some information, you might as well have my real name. So, but from here on out, if you're talking to other people, you only know me by Remy.
Understood.
Okay. So I have been going on this path, right?
Yes.
And right now, this is the reason why I am in Pele. I really need dirt information, ways to get in.
Oh, shit.
Anything that connects me to McGregor and Rebus.
Well,
How familiar? Besides, yes, they're shady. I get that. Yes, they have a cult. Yes, but inside information that maybe the outside world doesn't really know. Like, how good are you about getting that type of information for me? I've been having some trouble with them.
I see. Hence your desire to meet them.
So to speak, yes, but in a way where they're possibly chained up, if you get my drift, but not in the satisfying way.
Yes. Yes. She kind of absentmindedly rubs at her wrist. Well, Axel. Of course. I understand the need to assess me before sharing information. And in like, I have attempted to assess you before sharing some more specific information regarding this. I know two things. Since you were trusting in me, I, in like, will, in turn, will trust in you. Well, my brain just shut off that button that had that information. The second thing was on the fly, and I'm like,
On the edge of my seat.
yeah, nice. Right. There are two things. The first is, if you wish to confront them, or at least assess them face to face, I can arrange such a meeting. The second thing is, all right, I'm gonna have her do a quick roll for the room. Okay. And I need to ask you, Thaxel, where and how you have your pendant presented. Is it behind clothing? Is it in front? Is it in whereabouts?
Oh, that's an excellent question. So since she popped out of wolf form, she wouldn't have noted. It would probably just be presented.
Okay. The pair of them are seeking not just any simple reward, but monetary reward, but power. Now, while I don't know the specific power they are trying to attain, I do know that they are attempting to unlock it. Figuratively. I don't know the specifics yet. They are seeking the key to do so. You hold a part of that key around your neck.
Come again?
The amulet that you wear is but part of a whole. The jagged edges on either side fit perfectly with other pendants, other pieces of one pendant. Together,
Right.
They make a disc that is apparently what grants access to this. Whatever it is they seek.
So if all the pieces come together, that unlocks whatever power that they're seeking.
Yes. There's likely more to the unlocking than simply possessing the key, as it were, but I know that they sought this power long before learning of the key, and were unsuccessful, completely and totally unsuccessful in unlocking and accessing this power. It's my understanding that each piece holds power within it. Yeah, have you discovered any power from yours? Is it truly a piece of what I think it is?
I mean, I don't know what you think it is. I know where it came from. And I became wise as fuck. But other than that, I mean, there's a couple of features. Yeah. But, I mean, do you need those details? I can provide those details.
No. That is in line with information I have. You see, your piece that you hold, and you may know this, now that I see that I've met you and see that you are indeed a lizard folk. There was a tribe of lizard folk that once held that very piece that you now wear around your neck. That was the only information I could find on the pieces. The others seemed to be buried elsewhere, not held by a living tribe, but lost to time. So it is my understanding that it not only bestows a certain wisdom, but has other effects as well. You may, if they have not come about yet, you may wish to poke and prod and see what you can discover, learn of the other secrets that pendant holds. I do know that there are 5 pieces in total. I have not on me in this particular journal, but elsewhere, the location as marked by some of their own scribes for the other 4 pieces. I do know that it likely won't be too long before they access the others.
That's what I don't want to happen. How likely is it that I could take this group on if I have backup?
If it is you and your compatriots, I would not risk doing so here in Pele, for as prime-ring citizens, they have the protection of the Reapers. And
Oh, I love them.
they are interesting creatures. They can be deadly, but depends on your skill set and what you have up your sleeve. They do have weaknesses, as everyone does. The one other note, a bit obscure, is from an obscure text related to the disc as it is when put together as a whole. They used to belong to 5 different tribes. Each was watcher over an aspect. I believe that the lizard folk tribe that held this one watched over the aspect of the storm. There are others. The one that I know of off the top of my head is in Lake Ander, to the west of here. That amulet controls, or has power over the aspect of death. So be wary when handling it if you reach it first. But if you are searching to beat out McGregor and Rivas on this race to acquire these pieces, that would be the next one I would recommend. That is likely the most immediately dangerous of the bunch.
That is very, very good to know. Do you know how long this particular bunch has been in business?
I would say at least nearly 4 decades. 35 years at the very, very least. They, up until only perhaps a year and a half ago, they had only been grasping at strings. They had heard information on these relics thinking that they were clues, not knowing that they were a key. In fact, and I don't know if these are distant relatives of yours or not, but I'm sad to say the lizard folk tribe that once held the piece you're now wearing was cold due to them. Their search for a simple clue turned to the annihilation of an entire tribe. It, as it turned out, belonged to the village elder, who knew of its power and would not give such a thing freely, nor would that his tribesmen, his tribespeople, allow it to be taken from their leader. And so they were massacred.
I'm aware. I was there.
Oh dear, you were there?
I was there, yeah.
She sort of fills up your cup again with a condolence look on her face. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, McGregor and Rufus wouldn't do the dirty work themselves. So,
No.
really, I've already murdered one individual that was involved in all of this mess.
Good.
I need more names. The poisons I collect are for them.
I see. The ones responsible for the culling.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and then of course, I save the best poisons for last, which will be for McGregor and Revis. But obviously,
Yes.
I guess I need to take my time with them specifically.
Yes, they have many minions to throw at you. I can find the names of those responsible, I believe. Easy enough to infiltrate. Access books. They must have books.
You must have books.
35 years of study, certainly. They'll have
Have you seen this map? And I pull out the map that has like the 5 marks on it.
Ah, yes. This matches the map that I have elsewhere. Yes, these are the 5 marks. There's Lake Ander is here. She points to that. I'm not sure the specific locations. They don't point to any civilization that I'm aware of. Down here, and she points down to the oh my gosh, I don't have the map up. Whatever the southernmost icy snow.
Dragamaw?
Is it? That
Oh,
sounds
hold
right.
on. I have a map.
On this continent, it is.
Dragamaw, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Dragon Maw.
Thank you. Dragonmaw. Well, down there is where most of the Dragonborn live on this Vasarel. They're not nomadic people, but tribal. On the upper civilized end of tribal. They don't like outsiders, though. But almost...
I completely understand that.
Mm.
From what I gather, we didn't either, but I didn't know that this whole thing was different tribes. I was very young, very, very young when this all happened.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And then well, the rest of it's really not that important. But over time, is
Yes.
what I've learned. And that's it. That's interesting. It's not. I thought there were other people like me. I guess.
Well, I have heard tales of a certain tribe of lizard folk that lived down in Dragonmaw. I suppose I'd never had reason to connect the two. They have their own land that they hold against the Dragonborn there. Perhaps they look over this pendant.
I mean, it just sounds like you know more than I do, and I'm grateful for whatever you can give me. And all of this is on the DL is what I've heard people reference as. I think it's like under radar, which is a weird thing. DL does not translate to radar, but that's what I mean.
Okay. On the Understood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what DL stands for. I'm going to say, I don't even know what a radar is.
Yes.
Just
Slang, no doubt.
It stands for drow lesbians.
Well,
What?
being under drow
Science.
lesbians, you know.
maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Hashtag after dark.
Yeah. Nice. Well then, I will seek the names of those that called your village, so that you may exact your due vengeance. And I'll see what else I can find. Do you wish me to put together a meeting so you can, whether in disguise or as yourself, address these two and size them up?
You know, yes, that would be fantastic. I'm very well versed in disguising myself. Or
Wonderful.
can even go as your, as a level 8 now. I can fly.
Ooh,
So
nice.
I can always accompany you as a
Ah,
fly on the wall, so to speak.
yes.
I don't even know what that means either, but
Well, I'm willing to stay here until daybreak or so, in hopes that your other compatriot will return. After that, I will head immediately to set up the meeting. I have perhaps until and you see her sort of thinking. She takes out her notebook and flips through. I'll have to set the meeting without me. I will craft a meeting that says that you are there on my behalf. Do you have a particular plan? Is there something you want me to say you're there for, to receive information? We can deliver them some false information.
ooh. Yes.
Yeah.
False information. Yeah, we'll probably that'll probably be the best. And I will not be by myself. The other member of our party will be joining me.
Very well. Well, I will-
And it's under Remy.
Remy, of course. I will make the necessary arrangements, and I do hope you'll let me know how it goes via the stone.
Thank you. And I will be happy to compensate you for your time.
No, please. This is my attempt to show you that my word has merit and that I am worth the investment of your trust and time. In fact, just as a safety precaution, I will make sure that this meeting is attended, if you wish, by a patrol of reapers. In the prime ring, while everyone puts on airs there, and it is considered to be highly civilized, that does not stop people from taking advantage of the dark and closed doors to hurt, maim, or kill others. So, with reapers at your side, you will not have to worry about such a thing.
I want like 10 of them. Actually, 3 will be fine. I'm just so fascinated. I want one for myself, but I think I don't think that's going to happen. But at least 3 would be fine. Yeah, 3.
Oh, I see. Did you know that the Reapers were once normal humanoids? She sips her wine.
Interesting. You know so much. So fascinating. And just so we're clear,
Yes.
you betray me, I kill you. I hope we're in agreement.
I would expect no less.
Good.
Well, I will find my way back to the common room in hopes of spying your comrade as she returns home.
I'll join you if you don't mind.
Oh, please, I would love the company.
Good. I need more wine.
And she heads back down. Is anyone else still down there in the common room? Okay,
Yes.
Nice. You see them return to Malagus?
Well, this would be before that, actually.
Oh, okay.
The whole time they were upstairs. In fact, after Sam and Thaxel walked away, Demalikus would have said, Zelkari, Rhea, I'd like to speak with both of you. I have a question for you, Rhea, that I think Zelkari would be interested in as well, and then Zel, there's something I'd like to discuss with you, too. If you've got a moment.
Sure, of course.
I mean, you know, bed's the only thing that's waiting for me.
Oh, can I add? I don't know if I said it last session or not, but before we had our new guest, Zell would have slipped a letter both to Rhea and Demaligus under their doors. So they both would have received it before any of this.
Okay.
Which is, I don't think I said it last session, so I just wanted to make sure.
Gotcha.
Can't remember.
Okay. We'll say it happened. We can easily toss that in.
All right. Rhea, so Sam, it's odd. She doesn't seem familiar to me, but some of her style and even equipment does. What do you know about her?
Well, really not much. Not much more than you do. I mean, she presented herself to me. She's someone that I've been looking into, and I think she's particularly interested in what kind of business venture she can get out of us. So I found her to be as truthful as I could expect someone in her line of work to be, as truthful as I am, but not necessarily ill intent towards us. If that makes sense.
Has she been an ally of Davenstar clan before, or
She,
if I may ask?
I mean, of course you can ask. She hasn't had very much in terms of dealings with the family. She's not really from around Ikram.
Yeah, she's a bit curious for what she is. Having met too many drow females, she's not like them.
I can't say I don't hang out with drow often enough to know, but
Well, she didn't call me scum or try to stab me, so she cut above the rest.
fantastic. Good to know.
I guess that's really all I needed to know about Sam, although obviously there's quite a bit more to find out about her, and I've got to do some thinking about exactly what's triggering my memory. In the meantime, and Demaligus is going to reach into his robes and pull out an envelope. And turn to Zelkari. I got your letter. I wanted to address something with you. Absolutely. I apologize if I've seemed distant It's been a lot going on, and I have a lot to think about. So I apologize for that. And we should definitely be exploring the city together. We need to find out where to eat. We need to find out if there's a den of cupcakes here, which I'm sure there isn't, but I'm sure they got something comparable, right? And have a little bit of fun, I think. Maybe go out for a good meal.
I'd be up for that. Would you like to join, Rhea?
I would love to. Thank you as well. It was quite a nice surprise to see something in my room.
No problem. She God, what would she do? What was she gonna do? What the fuck? 4. God, she's not gonna say anything. She'll be like, awesome. Tomorrow I gotta go to the salon. I don't know where I would find one. Rhea, would you mind helping me? I'm not much of a salon person.
Oh, of course. I mean, in Ikram, they sort of come to you, but I'm sure we can find somewhere to go. Here. It can't be too hard.
There's a lot of things I need to deal with this.
Of course, I completely get it.
I haven't had my hair done in ages.
Oh.
Can I insight check?
God damn it. Wait,
Go
which
for
part
it.
would be a lie? I mean, it's true he hasn't had his hair done in ages.
Government are very particular about their hair.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing Demalagus is, it's fastidious. So, yeah, he's always immaculate. So he definitely looks like he at least does something with his hair right over.
It's a flip. Hair flip back.
Magically, if like wind comes through. And
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, he's got the whole audio thing going with the gust on cantrip.
Sort of looking off into the distance.
Yes, Rhea, if you wouldn't mind joining me for that, and then maybe we can go get lunch or dinner, however long it takes, with Demalagus tomorrow.
Sure. Let's call it dinner. I figure that with this late evening, I'm probably gonna need to sleep in.
Green.
Same.
But of course, I'd be happy to go find a salon with you.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
Well, I wish you both a pleasant evening.
Yes. I want to make sure our guests get settled, but I need to go take care of something really fast before I do that.
Is it me time?
No.
Has anybody checked on Ari lately?
No, she's just kind of listening in the shadows, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Poor Ari. Yeah, she's down in her room. He's like, no.
Can super fast before Thaxel comes back with Sam, can Rhea go to her room and find her sending stone to her brother?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I counted it out, so we didn't have to do this.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So she'll use that sending stone to say, the bitch found me, figured out who failed us, and take care of it. Keep me updated, and I will message you when I know more.
Nice.
Oh.
Let's see.
Son of a bitch.
Oh shit.
Execution.
Nice.
Someone failed me for the last time.
I know a person. I can handle that for you when you're ready. When you find them,
Yep.
I've got a way to dispose of them.
Yep. Hey man, Ray used to do it all the time. Now she just orders it. Okay. She'll go back
nice.
downstairs and wait for
Okay.
them to come back down.
All right, a little while after, you hear them saunter back down into the room. Thaxel, roll another con save. Sterling Sam's a little more than tipsy at this point. She's really good at keeping her balance, but she's got a little bit of a stumble that another rogue could spot.
6.
As does Daxel.
Yikes.
Some
Hey.
extra giggling.
Hey.
Yes. Oh, of course.
Hey.
Wasted like 2 white girls and a.
Nice.
I'm
Woo.
blue. Dabba dee dabba die. That's what my skin color
Oh my
is.
god.
Ooh. Nice.
And with that, Daxel, I think you should sleep.
Are you trying to tell me what to do?
No, I'm recommending.
You're so cute. Can I try to pinch her cheeks?
Yeah, Silkari, do you let her pinch your cheeks?
I'm gonna roll.
Oh, okay.
I got a 16, but I'll allow it. I'll kind of like stand there, like.
What do I add?
It just sort of.
I got a 16 too.
Ah, nice.
I'm just very stiff, but I allow it.
A deadpan look on your face.
Just like, and I'm just gonna like caress like very nicely because I have claws. Like
Nice.
you just have. What is this color? Purple. This is purple. I've never seen purple before until now. It's so nice on you. Can I have some?
Damn it, I rolled a 5. Alright, fuck.
You. I mean, I'm not gonna take it from you. It's just purple and blue, I think.
Her voice is gonna be decently squeaky. When she says it, she'll be like, maybe next time?
Really? I don't know what that means, but I'm so excited.
Sterling Sam asks, another Daxel? Holds a glass up.
Girl, does a cow bark?
She kind of looks like she's deep in thought, like,
Wait a minute. I don't know what I just said. Yes.
Did Demalacus? I know Zell didn't drink anything. Is Demalacus sober? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's sober, and I don't think Rhea really had anything. She had like a drink.
yeah, she was like lightly buzzed a while ago, so.
Okay, so we're just looking at 2 drunk idiots.
I'm just so glad. It feels like this weight is lifted off my bosom.
Yes. Looks,
Is that what that's called?
still looks heavy to me, but.
Which part?
Oh,
Where's my friend?
girl.
Where's my friend? Oh, Demalacus! Are you here? Please tell me you're here.
Oh, he's still
Yeah,
there.
yeah, He's standing right next to Zokari and Rhea.
And she's gonna finger his hair. Finger through.
Yeah.
Freezing.
There.
You're dot. Yeah.
I've always wanted to know what it's like to have hair. Like,
Aw.
scales are one thing, and I've had hair touch me before, but to wear it, like, how does that work? You're precious, and you're so tiny. I'm gonna squeeze his cheeks too.
Thank you.
Okay, who else have I not expressed my gratitude? Is Rhea back?
Oh yeah, has Ray
Ray-
returned?
is Ray
Yeah, it's
back?
about to...
Rhea.
You see Thaxel doing this to the Malchus.
Daxel.
Rhea,
Daxel.
can you bust out these wings so I can pet them?
Oh, that's a question. we haven't had a full rest since.
Oh, are you kidding? You can absolutely do it.
Oh, okay.
If you want to. You don't have to.
I don't know if we've napped.
Yeah, but we'll just say you've got enough rest.
Okay. I've had enough rest, right?
I've never had wings before.
All right, just this one Saxel, really. I mean, fine. Okay. And they will come.
They're so pretty.
Oh God, don't cry. I can't.
I don't know how to cry.
Oh my god, she's a drunk cry bitch. Oh my god.
Oh, they're so pretty.
Oh, Saxel, here, come. And I'll take her over to like a mirror. And I'm gonna stand behind her, but like crouch a little bit so it looks like she has wings, but she can't see me.
Oh, these divine wings with this heavenly aura flowing off of them. It looks like you just out in this wide mirror along the wall.
This is so beautiful. And I'm like looking back. Oh, it's not real.
One day.
You made it real.
Oh, one day.
Wait
It's
till
fine.
she carries you.
Can you carry me?
Of course.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Are the ceilings tall enough?
Yeah, I mean, you have to be careful, but yeah, like her feet will dangle over some furniture, maybe hit a couch here and there.
I'm really not that heavy. I'm just really bulky and tall and very strong.
Well, they're big. They're big wings. Okay. We'll whole new world it. I'll grab her around the waist and we'll just do a loop or two.
Do you trust
around
me?
the room.
Yeah.
I trust
Don't you dare close your eyes.
Titanic on the bow of the ship.
And it's in Thaxel's mind, it is a glorious experience, a transcendent experience. To those watching, a drunk Thaxel giggle like a kid. Feet strike us some furniture here and there. She just sort of like wee around the room.
Oh my God, I'm struggling to keep her at hold because she's so wiggly.
She doesn't catch any of it. She's just like,
Okay, I'm done. Let me down.
Okay.
So I'm very casually gonna lean into Demaligus and point to Thaxel and be like, "That is why I do not drink."
Okay, that's so weird you just said that because I was just going to say, Demaligus leans over to Zell and says, we need to invent something that can take a visual record of things like this. Keep some sort of chronicle of the adventures of Axel.
Who's going to work on tinkering? Let's do it. Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, she's gonna I just had.
Sterling Sam's clapping.
Wasn't it marvelous?
A beautiful flight, my dear.
I mean, I am gorgeous. And turn Araya and put my hands on her cheeks. That was absolutely, I want to say divine, but I'm not that spiritual. I'm going to say magical. It was.
I'm glad you liked it.
And like, and your brother.
Oh, I was going to say that's what family's for, but that's a little awkward now.
Oh, that broke me. Oh, it's your brother. I've had this sensation before.
Really new to me, and frankly, I like it.
Nice. And that's about when Dawn is broken, and we'll have Dina, unless anyone else has anything you want to talk to Sam about beforehand. Okay.
Nope.
Dina strides in.
I don't know what I was gonna. Oh, no. She's gonna. Let's see. It was gonna be back about her brother. Dang it.
Right. Sorry.
Have you heard from Tassos?
I've sent him a message, and I expect to hear from him shortly. I'll let you know.
Okay. He sent me a message.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I know how to respond. But I don't know. And I don't think I should talk to him right now.
He's
'Cause it
understanding.
hurts.
Oh,
What?
well,
What's wrong?
nothing. But
Oh.
he's understanding of the fact that, you're working right now. Work comes
Yeah,
first.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, can I tell you a secret?
Of course you can.
I kind of like him.
Oh. Thank you for confiding in me.
Was that a stage whisper?
That was a sage whisper. Sage whisper. I like him. But don't tell anyone else. Except for, I'll tell Dina. She'll know.
Okay.
She'll know. And then I turn on, I like her brother.
As you're walking in, Dina.
My friend!
Hey, sweetie.
I'm going to run up and give her the biggest, awkwardest hug because she's still learning how to hug. This way. This way.
So
Well, I mean-
Taxel tackles Dina.
Yeah.
Nice.
Dina's only about 2 inches taller than Demalagus, so
So she has Staxel armpit in her face, basically, with an awkward hug. Okay.
Where have you been?
with that, I know.
Oh my god. So that's why you smell like lovely. It's like you're glistening. Girl.
Oh, well, part of that is I found this bathhouse where you can get massages with perfumed oils. So nice.
Did you take any for yourself?
No, I didn't want. I want their hands. Their hands. Oh, their hands. It was divine. We will have to. We can go. We will go.
What do they do with their hands?
Massage the oil into you,
What's it?
and they knew how to work the scales. And her tail comes it comes around to show how it's.
Oh, I know what that is.
Yes.
Freya's brother did that to me.
Dude, hell. And she grabs a bottle of wine, pours a glass.
Oh, that's amazing. Sam's just watching this. She's
Oh yeah.
What?
There's this over there. You see, we have a new she's not a friend. She's a confidant. I don't know what that is.
Dina's she's looking her up and down. I mean, she's dead sober, and she's just like, her whole demeanor's just changed. She's like, oh. And,
But don't worry, she's she basically works for us now, is what I'm getting. She's pretty cool. Like,
so she's a new maid?
no. She is
Cook.
No. Think of if you were trying to find something. she's and she's gonna yell over to Sam. What is your title again? Like an info something?
Yes, well, I essentially an information broker.
That.
She gives a nod to Dina, kind of a deep bow nod.
Yes. So, Sam. First name is Starling. This is Dina. Another one you should not
Pleasure.
ever betray.
Ah, well, good to know.
Dina. Sam.
A pleasure, my lady.
Sam. So what type of information do you broker?
Any that's valuable.
Hmm.
I have a
She's
very
gonna
extensive
help me.
network that's been around for centuries now.
That's what's gonna whisper to Dina. She's gonna help me.
Oh, that reminds me, darling. They are in the Prime, which is the very center. In a few days, if you like, I can arrange a meeting with them, or we can set something up to have them say come to us.
What's better, Sam?
Whatever is of your choosing. I merely offer options.
She gave me all the details
Oh,
and was gonna arrange a meeting, and I said I wasn't gonna go alone. Could you come with me still?
of course. Of course, I'll go with you. And what did she broker for this information?
Nothing. She's doing this to sort of like gain our trust or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm a little drunk now. So I don't maybe you could do like some. I did all the inside checks I could do. She's
Okay.
fine.
Right.
And I told her I like poisons. I know how to use them.
Yes, you
Don't
do.
betray me.
Indeed. And I mean, Dina is just kind of sitting there like this. The glass is back on the table, empty, and there's just kind of fire dancing,
Ooh.
like some people would take a quarter and dance it across their knuckles.
Oh, okay.
There's just a flame dancing across her fingertips, back and forth.
Nice.
Really?
Hmm.
How did we come to know Sam?
She knows Rhea.
Professionally, personally,
I-
family?
I don't. That's not my business.
All three, professionally, business, family.
She's your family?
No, Daxel,
Oh.
just you.
I see that look on Daxel's face. It just reaches up and hugs her again.
I love the reaction. Stop giving me a reaction.
Can't help it. That's how she would feel.
I know.
Beautiful.
She's a business acquaintance, Dina.
Did she do business with your father?
More information dealing with the family.
Nice to meet you, Sam. Guys, have we stocked the kitchen yet? I'm starving.
Ooh, that I don't know. I wasn't going to get us any help until tomorrow, so I don't know if the kitchen's been stocked.
It's tomorrow.
Ugh. It won't be until I go to sleep and then wake up.
Oh, yes, I understand. I didn't sleep much last night myself either. So are you staying with us then, Sam?
Truth be told, I must be leaving soon. I was hoping simply to see you before I left. I'm sure it's... Yes. As I told your friends here, I am aware that certainly meeting someone in the middle of the night or first thing in the morning in your homestead is...
Disconcerting?
Yes. And so I hope that you'll be able to discuss amongst with your friends after some of the long-term reasoning for me to be here. But in the short term, to summarize, I'm looking to introduce myself and to show that I and my information can offer you all worth. As I imagine down the line, we can offer each other worth. And in that stead, I would like to ask before I leave if you have any information that you want or need that perhaps I could acquire for you, or perhaps I already have.
No, actually, I don't. I've acquired all the information that I have need of for now.
Very well. Well, I've left a sending stone with Rhea, and should anything arise, please let me know. And they'll fill you in on the rest. But it was a pleasure to meet you, and everyone. And I thank you for your hospitality, and not attacking me. Rightfully so for showing up as I did, but I do have to keep a very low profile.
Dina, when she hears that, she kind of looks to Thaxel and then to Rhea like, what does she mean? She kind of looks at everybody that's down there like, somebody's going to be explaining that one.
Nice.
Sam, let me see you out.
Yes, thank you. I take a short stop in the rest area to change, as it were, before I head out. But then I would love the last word with you. And so she goes over to... oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
She just changes into a disguise, and as she comes out, she looks like a male halfling, probably in his late teenage years. Dark black hair, a little fuzzy mustache just sort of growing in above his upper lip. It has a voice that sort of matches. Thank you again. Maria.
I think you could provide me with a piece of information.
Yes.
Were you following me earlier?
No, I'm afraid I wasn't. Would you like me to find out if anyone was?
Oh, I know someone was.
Oh.
That's why I asked if it was you.
Would you like a name?
No, it's not important. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you.
Let me show you out, Sam.
Thank
And
you.
she's going to bring her to a door that is out of earshot of everyone.
Okay.
And Sam, I do have a favor to ask. Do you have the ability to read minds?
Yes.
Can you read my mind right now, please?
Certainly. Let me ask you a question, a guided question. What do you think of your father? And as she sets her mind to attempting to read yours, okay. I am unable to read your mind.
Fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate the help.
Certainly. Thank you for hearing me out. Do keep your eyes peeled for the things I said, and I hope to speak again soon.
Of course. I assume this is going to be quite the fruitful relationship.
I would agree. She puts a hat on, a big, almost like a straw sun hat, puts it on and tips it down over the front of her face and gives a nod and starts walking off with a bit of a hobble, with his right leg turned out a little bit. Down the street, into the crowd, and disappears.
So is she why my bedroom window was open?
Have you been in your room yet?
Yeah, because that's how she came in the house, actually. She actually entered the house from coming downstairs because she had gone in. She climbed up the, yeah.
Unfortunately, yes. I found her in your room, and I made sure she knew that that was not an appropriate entrance or exit point.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. If it helps, I heard her go in, so I know she didn't have time to look at anything, nor do I think she actually wanted to. She just couldn't come in through the front door, if you understand.
Given her facility with disguises, no, I don't, but whatever. So, Thaxel, darling, when are we going to see these friends of yours? Well, when are we going to go see the people you're planning to? Yes.
I think she was going to set up the meeting, and she was going to get back to me. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So soon. Very, very, very soon.
Should we go get breakfast and mimosas?
Now? I'm so tired all of a sudden.
All right, let's go to sleep. Then we'll go get breakfast and mimosas and have your meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm going to walk up the stairs behind Thaxel just to make sure that she gets up there.
Nice. Okay. Awesome.
Good night, everyone. I'm also going to go to bed.
Good
And
night.
Good night.
Good night.
Ray's going to go to her room and lock her door and read the letter that Demalagus gave her.
Nice.
Oh,
Classic Rhea. Nice.
Mhm.
I love it.
She was told not to read.
I knew that was gonna happen.
And then she's going to bed.
Okay, you read through and then settle into bed with that knowledge in mind.
Sorry, Randy.
no, it's fine.
Awesome.
You're just going to go change clothes, find a shop that's open, order a whole bunch of food to have delivered to the house.
Ah, okay.
And then she's going to go back home and climb up to her room, redo the lock on her window, and she's going to take a nap as well.
Okay. And Silkari and Demalagus?
Zell will immediately go to bed once everyone starts leaving.
Ah, okay.
So she'll go to her room, lock the door, lock the window, do her little rounds, make sure she's safe. She'll probably pull out her sketch pad
Ooh, okay.
and start drawing a primrose flower that she got.
Beautiful. Okay.
So she'll just start drawing in her thing until she inevitably needs to fall asleep.
Nice. All right. And Demalagus?
Oh yeah, I've been up way too friggin' long. Yeah, he'd just go back to his room and go to bed. He's... Hang on, let me roll something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. He will also lock his door.
Ah.
If there's even a lock on this room.
Yeah. There's locks, I would think here. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Daxel wants to do something right before she goes to bed.
Oh, okay. Me time.
Yes, that. Yeah. Yes. She's gonna stumble in, close the door.
Mm-hmm.
I guess try to fumble for a lock. Oh no, she succeeded in locking it. Actually, we could. Yeah, she succeeds. And then go to the bed. She had dropped the sending stone on the bed before. She's gonna pick it up, go to bed, and just kind of like curl up next to it.
That's precious. Nice. And so, at long last, everyone is able to get sleep, much needed. Given the time that everyone's falling asleep, it'll be like afternoon, mid-afternoon. Once, if you want an 8 hours, full rest, which I'm just going to put in here, assuming everyone wants that.
Yes, please.
Okay. Everyone's all healed up, recharged. Y'all wake up in the afternoon, and I'd just like to get an feel for what y'all want to do as you wake up and you get ready for the day. Do y'all have different things? I will say that Thaxel, there is a courier that wakes everyone up in the afternoon, or at least someone at the door, with a date, today's date, and a time for 6:30 in the evening for your meeting in the Prime Ring. You'll have an escort of those Reapers, 4 Reapers that will guide you in, also to make sure y'all don't run off into a different, section, but also for your protection. No one really messes around when there's Reapers involved. So Sam followed through on that. What would you all like to do to set off the next day?
Zell would go knocking on Rhea's door.
Oh, okay.
Not sure if she would answer.
She will. Yes. And Dan, for your prep, once we get all of the saloning and the eating and things, Ray is going to do some looking into the mask. So.
Ooh, okay. Neat.
Yeah.
All right. I know it's late, but if y'all want to have a minute and role play the start of the day, but if anyone's like, no, we gotta go, then we can grab them here.
I'm fine.
All right, neat.
Dina is gonna knock on Thaxel's door.
Okay.
You up, darling?
Hello? Who is it?
I have bacon and mimosas.
She's gonna hop up, put her whatever she wears on, and opens the door. Wait, is it bacon in? Do you have the bacon in your hand?
She's holding a flat tray, which is probably just a piece of wood with 2 holes kind of carved into it for now. That's got a big old platter of bacon and a pitcher of mimosas.
Do
Nice.
you want to eat in here?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Okay, come here.
Because I have to talk to you.
Me too.
I step inside, kick the door closed with my heel.
Nom, nom, nom.
Do you trust that no one's listening to us at the moment?
I hope not. I don't have anything that could tell me if anybody was.
Okay. I had a dream last night.
Oh,
The mountain,
yeah.
he came to me in my dream for the first time.
Really?
He's growing more powerful. And he's sharing more of that power with me.
Oh, how so?
He's officially taken responsibility for me, and I gave him my word to serve him and his goals, to help him reach them.
So you're like his champion or something?
Yeah. He gave me more magic. Different magic. Not magic of my blood,
Oh,
but his magic.
interesting.
Yeah. Feels different.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I am actually. I'm very excited. And she is going to tell her about Bud and the plans for the school or the what they're doing in the. So she's going to say, "Remember that party that Thud and I went to with all of that? Well,
Yeah.
I was helping him retrieve something, and in return for that, my share was a substantial amount of coin. And after what happened down there, I thought maybe it would be better to have something outside of the sewers for the children, for those orphans, for the street kids. So, going to buy a building and name it after Mount Cormanda. And there we're going to make sure that those who have no one have a place where they can discover the fire in their belly.
So a place that they'll be safe, fed, clothed.
Taught, those with magic abilities will be trained, and they will learn that the fire that is inside of them comes from was a gift from the fire in the mountain.
Ah,
Yeah,
interesting. Interesting.
whole new generation.
Better than being kidnapped.
Yes,
Okay. I like this.
I think that's why he came to me in my dream. But I don't know. But that's going to help me set it up, and in 3 days, and then she's going to whisper in Draconic in her ear, he's going to be named Lord Regent.
Are you gonna be a queen?
I might actually be a lady, but I'm certainly not going to act like one.
That's not your style.
No.
Nah.
No, it's just he's going to be living in the prime, and then that's winter house here in the prime, summer house in the mountains outside of Stonehearth. Does that not sound lovely?
That sounds amazing.
Yes,
Absolutely amazing. I like this plan.
I do too. It was good to see him again. So much coming on. That woman that was here when I got home. People who broker information usually means that they'll sell anything for a price. So whatever you tell them is a commodity to them. And you can't control who they sell it to if the price is right. Careful what you tell her.
We'll keep that in mind.
Information is,
It's very valuable.
yes.
And she
And it
seems
goes
to be
both
the only
ways.
one that could get it for me, though. I haven't had any luck anywhere else.
Perhaps.
As much as I trust Tassos because he's fantastic, I don't know if his reach is that far. Maybe she can do more for me than You could.
But consider this, she also knows now that you were looking for them. And someone offers her the right amount of money, enough money. She can just as easily sell them that information too.
So I need to add her to my list.
You need to just remember that nothing is free and everybody's selling something.
Oh, I offered to pay her. And she wouldn't accept.
Nothing is free.
I know.
Just let's be careful. Okay?
Well, I didn't tell her everything.
She left here disguised. Why did she need to enter in through my bedroom if she could disguise herself that well?
Well, I'm disguising myself for... Oh, we have a meeting tonight.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And I'm disguising myself.
Well, yes, that seems reasonable. But if she is a friend of Rhea's family, and she has the ability to completely change her appearance into a halfling male, why not just do that and come to the front door instead of entering through my bedroom window?
I don't know.
Doesn't that up?
It seemed at the time that she was okay. She was trusting to a point.
Mm-hmm.
I may ask Tassos for these things.
And she may be. But I have difficulty trusting someone like that. There are too many little questions.
Yeah.
And why was she here? Just the information, I trade information?
Girl, I was drinking. I think Ray is the best person that you need to talk to for this. She's gathering information so she can gain her trust.
All right.
I don't know. Ray would be better to talk to about this, but I don't know. I will give her a shot if she can give me results, the results that I want.
That's fair.
Then if not, that's why I have all these poisons. I'll just add her to my list.
I like it. So
And
when
I'll
are we
let you
going?
have a stab.
Can I just make her crispy?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You can use her as a sacrifice if you want.
Ooh.
At that point, she would have betrayed the whole group, and I can't stand for that.
No. I like it.
We'll keep an eye on her, or however we can do that.
So how much time do we have before your meeting?
It's at 6:30 in the prime. They're sending Reapers to escort us.
Ooh. Well, in that case, I'm guessing it's like 1-ish, 2-ish.
Yeah, it's like 2:30 or so, 3 o'clock.
We have time. We are going to go visit the hot baths and get a very nice hot oil massage with the perfumed oils.
All right.
And then we'll come back and get ready for the meeting. Yes?
Sounds like a plan.
Excellent.
Nice.
Bacon and mimosas are consumed and plan is carried out.
Beautiful. You do notice that outside it is extraordinarily hot today. It's summer anyway. It's like just pushing past the midpoint of summer. It's been hot, but today is just one of those days where it's like scorching hot, stupidly hot. The messenger that brought the thing was sweating. Of course, Dina, you sort of shrug it off anyway. And Thaxel, imagine you're cold-blooded.
Yeah, I love the heat.
Okay, perfect. Zell and Demalagus and Rhea, where do you all want to? What do you all want to do for the day?
Zoe would just knock on Ray's door. Just mention that she wanted to go to the salon to take care of an enchantment that was on her that she wanted to get rid of.
Oh, of course. So not just your hair?
No, it's an enchantment on my hair.
Oh, I see. Of
It's
course.
It's a long story. I can tell you while we're there, I'm sure.
Yeah, no questions asked. I'm happy to help. So, let's find someone to do this hair and get rid of that little enchantment. Dan, can we do a quick look around and see if we can find someone to get rid of the enchantment?
Oh, yeah.
Get blowouts.
This third ring isn't as sophisticated as the Venice-like city of Ikram, but you know where to look to find someone that has the proper knowledge for us. You're able to find that.
Okay, all right. Zell, I think we've found a place if you want to get it taken care of.
Definitely, she'll start very actively walking in as quickly as she can, like busting through the door.
Nice. Get this done. Awesome. We'll do a quick. There's a woman, maybe around 30 or so, half elf, that perks up as you enter. Please. We have an open seat. Come in. Are you both here for what? What services would you like?
I unfortunately have an enchantment, a very nasty enchantment, I have been told, on my hair that was placed by a very wicked person, which I'd like to get rid of.
Gross. Yes.
Gotten rid of it with dispel magic or anything like that. It's because I didn't want my hair to fall out.
Yes, very likely. Yes, with dispel magic is that sort of thing. Please sit down. That sounds like a tale you likely don't want to retell. Let's get that disgusting spell out of your hair. Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Would you like a trim or anything else while we're at it?
Yes, actually, and she'll describe how she wants the cut, and it is more shorter. It's probably a little bit past her shoulders, and it'll just be like her regular flowy locks, but the braids will be gone, and so it'll just be the little flowy kind of waves now. Nice.
All right. So she goes through and she was doing her thing with magic and hairdressing. To remove that successfully. I did a roll for it with only a 1 being a failure, and it was like a 12, so it was good. And she'll, of course, hair intact. She asked Ray as well, would you care for anything? There'll be a seat opening up soon.
Of course. With this heat, I need something done, and I'll explain, some sort of nice sweeping updo, so that way her hair doesn't get frizzy in the heat.
Beautiful. It's this elaborate, just as you want it. There's a couple style books that have a couple things in it too, like this. Then yes, and they
just take one of this and one of the. I can't have it just matching the book. I mean,
so of course,
yeah.
And Demalagus, what would you like to do?
So Demalagus is, he needs to find some information out, so he's going to, I guess.
Didn't you need to find a toy shop?
Yes, yeah, that's one of the things. Thank you for a reminder. I almost forgot. Yeah, he's looking for a few things, toy shop. He's looking for a recommendation for really good sweet shop, great place to have dinner, and possibly something else, but I'll think about it.
Okay. I'll say in your pursuit of those things, you'll definitely come across a toy shop first. In fact, I think that you would had an idea where it was the other day, yesterday, whenever. So you recalling that, you head over there to that shop, and I'm gonna say Aries gonna ask you, Demalagus, what you up to?
Oh, hello, Harry. I was going to head out into town and do a bit of shopping. I was hoping to find a toy shop and maybe some recommendations on somewhere to eat. And do a bit of shopping, maybe.
Well, I think
Might get my hair done.
Oh, would you like some company?
Oh, I'd love some.
Oh, good. Everyone else left, and I don't want to be here by myself. So
Yes, let's go out and find something good to eat.
yes, excellent. She gets a little pep in her step and heads out. All right, now again, everyone as they go out to their different areas could feel the intense heat of the day. Probably push. I mean, it's over 110 degrees Fahrenheit. It's hot. And it's a dry heat, but it is intense. Zell and Rhea are sitting down in there, and you're both sitting down in your booths, having your hair styled, wrapped up. They're just putting a couple spritzes of water on at the end and doing finishing touches. Dina and Thaxel, you're both heading. Boob, where did y'all go? Oh my gosh, it was like 5 seconds ago.
We went to the baths and to the same place that Dina went the night before.
Perfect.
And then to get something to eat and then get ready for the meeting.
Okay. They soak you through a round of baths first to kind of, release some of the tension. So you're both in, I guess, a shared bath, a small shared bath? Or would you diff separate? I mean, it doesn't matter, whatever.
Probably be shared. I think they'd...
Okay. Just the
I
two
still
of you,
don't
it's a
care.
small one.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like...
Nice. So the two of you are, relaxing in that, and Demalagus and Ari are walking through the streets to the toy shop. Having just arrived, looking through a couple of the windows outside, you see some toys up on display. Dina and Thaxel, you see ripples in the water, like a Jurassic Park moment. But they start turning to dancing little waves and drips and drops of water as there's this heavy vibration. The very building itself is vibrating. Rhea and Zelkari, around about the same time, you also feel some vibration to the seat you're sitting in, and a couple of porcelain containers that are up on the counter in front of you start shifting and shimmying off, and one of them falls on the ground. Demalagus and Ari, you see the window that you're standing over, this big glass pane window, shatters from the shaking of the very earth that you're standing on. Sections of ground start to, Demalagus and Ari see this better than the others, start to open up. Ground separating from what was once a solid road now separates and heaves and falls. Where are the rest of you? Dean and Thaxel, relatively safe, but the water is bouncing up and out of the bath now. The entire building shaking. You see dust falling down.
I think Dina would just look at Dax and this isn't good. And she's out of the tub just throwing clothes on. And
Okay.
Would Thaxel have any idea, like, what's happening?
You can do a nature or survival check, Thaxel.
I would want to do a survival check.
Yes.
Nat 20, so 28.
Ooh, nice. Okay, you are very aware of what an earthquake is.
Okay.
It feels very much like an earthquake. Let's see, Zelkari and Rhea. You see a couple people in the street out of the window of the hairdresser's shop just drop out of sight. Where the street used to be, nothing.
Zell would grab Rhea's arm and immediately be like jumping out of the chair.
Yeah, her claws would instinctually come out and probably push Zell behind her.
Oh, okay. Demalgus, do a quick dexterity check if you would. I just want to see.
Fine. Dex save or just dex check?
Just a check.
All right. 5.
Oh, okay.
Rocking it.
As the glass shatters, Aerie shoves you out of the way. A couple of pieces of glass fire off into her back. She pushes you down and over to spare you from the flying glass. As you're both, tumble down on the ground, you both look up down the street as you see a large section of it heaving, and it almost looks like steam is emerging from underneath, from this dirt where you can't tell if it's spray of dust and dirt. It's a hard-packed rock here in the city, and that's what's cracking and breaking. There's, of course, coverings of sand from the desert. But you can feel an intense heat coming out of the crack as it blasts up and opens up almost like this cavernous section of gaping hole where the road used to be underneath. The city continues to rumble. You see parts of buildings falling down. All of you, as Dina and Thaxel make their way out of the building. Those little bits that are falling down about you. Finally, after almost a full minute, the shaking slows down and comes to a stop. Parts of the city have been upheaved entirely. Some minor damage to buildings here and there. A couple have suffered heavier damage. Scattered people in the streets, not sure what's going on and how to manage this. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
No. I mean, okay.
Sorry.
Let's make.
Just because I didn't really say anything about Demalagus reacting.
Yeah.
After Aerie saved him, he would have cast Mage Armor to activate his arcane shield thing he has, arcane ward, and would have been looking to use it to protect anyone he could, especially kids around there, if there's anyone in the area.
Okay. Excuse me. All right, let's see where you're at.
He also would have checked on Aerie to make sure she was okay.
She's bleeding from the glass, but it seems like mostly superficial wounds. Just
she's tough.
Yeah.
She can handle it. She's got more hit points than I do.
Nice. Woo.
Everybody has more hit points than you do, Demalagus.
True.
That's funny. Because it's true.
A wizard.
Yeah, but pew-pews, watch out. All right. Well, thank you all for sticking late. I was kind of, hoping to get to that because, I want to make it an extra juicy thing. What an awesome role-playing session. You all had, so many great moments tonight. Oh, my gosh. Yes. I'm sorry I couldn't get you in there a little sooner, Dina. I felt bad. I kept like, oh, no.
No, I loved us sitting back enjoying this. This is great.
Oh, nice. Awesome. So, viewers, if you want to give a round of applause for our players, yay, applause or something, because they're amazing. Yay!
I was going to give them an applause for joining and
Yes.
watching us.
Yes,
Yeah.
and for the viewers, woo, and being so interactive and hilarious. Oh, it's fantastic. And for putting up with my perpetual grade schooler jokes. I have a problem, so sorry, because it's now your problem. Yeah, so I can't wait. I'm so glad we're back on regular things here. Oh, it's so wonderful. You can catch us again next Tuesday here for Cures Lament, our All Evil campaign from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern Time. And then you can catch Stormfall, which is our, Good Align campaign. Friday nights, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. But catch us next Tuesday to find out what the F just happened to Pele and what's going to happen, what everyone's going to do with it. Yay! Yes, Drunk Thaxel was amazing. And the Thaxel Rhea, things are fantastic.
What's this?
Yeah. The interactions.
Yeah, from
Look,
now
I didn't
on.
do it like this. Yeah. Thaxel. I love that you did that. And then you're like, oh. That's amazing.
It's your
Flip
family.
it. Yeah, no.
Yes, we're my family now.
Awesome.
Close.
Ohana. All right. Let me ruin everything for you. Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm thinking. So nobody gets it from behind.
Oh, that's so amazing. I do love our After Dark specials here. They get so
Yes.
hilarious and so fun.
I know, I love it so much. I love it.
Awesome. Yeah, super awesome role playing on everyone's part. Zell, I really like. I felt, I got to know Zell a little better tonight too, which was fun. And I like the stance he took with Sam. And Demalagus, of course, I really like that especially that moment when you saw Sam, your reaction was just like beautiful. I'm like,
Yeah, he's never going to react well to seeing drow women.
nice.
Gee, I wonder why.
Oh.
Because they're meanies to the drow guys. But I guess hope you all have a wonderful night, and we'll catch you soon. Yay! Take care, everyone.
Bye.